Welcome everyone to our special live session today. So my name is Charisse Diaz. I'm a certified professional marketer and founder of Artisano Studio. We are a digital marketing agency here in the Philippines, and I will be your host for this session. So I am excited. I'm so excited to have YP Lai, the founder of Work Less, Earn More Academy with us. And today we are going to dive deep into what makes the Work Less, Earn More Academy a transformative platform for both professional and personal growth. So YP, it's great to have you here.
Yeah, thanks, Cha, for having me here. I'm so excited. Woohoo! And
Oh,
I'm
okay.
right here now in Dubai.
Oh,
So,
wow.
yes,
So
it's
how
been
is the weather? How's the weather in Dubai?
wet. You wouldn't imagine that they've got storms in the desert, right? But it's actually wet. It's having I would call something like a tropical, cyclone or typhoon here. So we are just holding our breath. Yeah. But it's
Oh,
exciting. It's
no.
exciting. Yeah.
Okay. All
Mm.
right. So, okay, we're here today because we want to talk about Work Less, Earn More Academy. We want to hear about how it all started. So let's start from the beginning. What inspired you to start the Work Less, Earn More Academy? We call it WLEM for short, WLEM
Okay.
Academy. So what inspired you to start?
Okay. I'm gonna start in sort of like a long story, okay?
Go
So
ahead.
I've been, helping businesses for the last 30 years. And way back in 2015, I was very active in BNI, of course, and I've got a team of BNI directors from the various countries I was handling. And one thing I realized is that as I work with, business owners, on the surface, they look very successful. They've got, big businesses, big cars, big houses, and so on. But when we do one-to-ones with them, I mean, when I get to know them a little bit better, I find there are cracks in their life, okay? Many of them have got health challenges, relationship challenges, marriage challenges, and sometimes even cash flow challenges, right? So,
Mm.
I realized that not everybody who appears to be successful have got work-life balance. And the reason why they're in that situation is because they overwork themselves. They get overstressed, overwhelmed with businesses, and they neglect certain important parts of their life, like the family, health, and so on. Okay, so that was my main motivation. So that's way back in 2015 when I started the Work Less Earn More. At that time, it was a boot camp. Okay, it's a 2.5 day workshop.
Mm.
But then, going over all these years, I realized that, there's only one person. If I run the bootcamp, there's only me, one person, and there's only that amount I can do. What about if I get all my friends, Let's say if I get 100 of my friends who are coaches, speakers, and trainers, all from around the world, and we put our resources together, and each of us, cover a certain area that we are good at. And guess what? Now we got 100 people serving the community, people who want to get ahead in life, people who want to achieve their time and financial freedom, people who want to gain back their life, gain back their time so that they can spend more time with their family, achieve financial success so that they can give the best things in life to the people they love. So that is a long story of how the evolution of the Work Lesson More Academy. Yeah.
Right. And I remember how we actually, how I got into this. Remember, it was traffic, and I can't forget that. It was traffic in the Philippines. We were in the
Yep.
car, but we made the whole ride productive because we were talking about your vision for Work Less,
Mm,
Earn More Academy. And really,
yes.
that's what inspired me to say yes right away. I think
Yeah, I
just
remember
during
that.
that
Yeah.
car ride, I already
Mm,
immediately said yes. So, because
mm,
I really believe the more topics, the more lessons, the more people who
mm.
are here, it kind of gives you that holistic knowledge, especially
That's
on
right.
the things you think you know all, but that's really not true. There's a lot
Mm,
of different aspects in terms of running your life or your business, right? So,
absolutely.
what's the philosophy here? What is our core philosophy for the work less, earn more?
Okay, so basically, many people, either an employee or even a business owner, we are trading time, okay, for money. Okay.
Mm.
So it's like, very transactional, and therefore we are caught like a rat on a treadmill. We can't get off. Okay. Right. So what I want to do is that, for us to be able to get out of the rat race, to be able to have a sustainable, long-term income or long-term able to live without having to worry about money, we got to do things differently. So the Work Lesson More Academy, and that's why I call it academy, it's just like a university, okay? Like you go to university, you got the different schools of engineering, accountancy, computer science, and so on, right? Medicine and so on, right? So the Work Lesson More Academy has got the same concept. At this moment, we've got 12 faculties. Um, so what are 12 faculties? Okay, so you've got, money mastery, okay, where you got to know how to manage your money, asset mastery, where you've got to I learned how to make your money work harder for you. All of us work hard for money, but then we want our money working harder for us too, right? So there's the asset mastery. S stands for the side hustle mastery. What do you mean by side hustle? Many people do side hustles to earn extra income, but they tend to do active side hustles. I mean, they do a Uber ride, or they do certain drop shipping business that is not automated. Okay, that makes them even work harder, and that's one of the challenges of people wanting to get ahead in life, right? They do so many things and they get themselves so stressed. So what we believe is that we are going to help you, we want to help you build side hustles, which is actually passive. Okay, so it's passive income source. Then the next one is, of course, time mastery. If you don't have time, it's so hard to do other things and also improve your life, right? Then there's energy mastery, because if you got all the money in the world, you don't have energy, you don't have health, you don't have fitness. What's the point, right? So the energy mastery is to make the wholesome, healthy you. And then relationships is the next one. All human beings are relational, okay? All of us want to feel the capacity to love. All of us want to love somebody, and we want to be loved back in return, okay? So it's all about relationships, how to build a caring community around you, and why. The last one is yourself. Yourself means that your personal development. I'm sure you've met in life people who say, no, 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 no more, no more, because they feel so overwhelmed. Why? Because their glass is so tiny. They can't have more things in their life because they just can't fit in anymore. So what we want to do is that we want to develop ourselves, our mind, our body, and some of us may say our soul, so that our vessel, or the glass becomes bigger, so you can have more things in your life. Okay, so that's the personal development side. So these are the 7 core masteries. And since then, we added 5 more. So what's important to our participants? First one is business, okay? Yeah, they want to have business mastery. They want to have a good way of thinking. So we got mindset mastery. All of us in this room here, we are all business leaders, or at least leaders in our wherever we are working at. So you need leadership mastery. And then the next one is, of course, now everything is digital. You agree, right? Okay. So
I
we need
do.
social media mastery. And then the last one is, of course, the latest buzzword, artificial intelligence. So the last one is AI and automation. So this is how you can, make all your routine tasks, you what do you call it? Do a workflow, you have it automated, so you can spend time doing things you enjoy instead of doing the routine stuff. Okay, so these are the 12 different faculties in the Work Less and More Academy. So we want you to have a holistic, complete learning, so that we can have your work-life balance and start to have your time and financial freedom. And so what we've done is that with these 12 different faculties, we currently now have 64 different lecturers. These lecturers are people that I know. They are coaches, speakers, or trainers, each of them an expert in a special area. So we bring them in. So they're just sharing their expertise. And because we got 100 experts there, you are actually learning from the best of the best, right? So there's a concept or the idea behind the Work Lesson More Academy, bringing the best, okay, and giving you a complete platform for you to be able to achieve your time and financial freedom. Whew, what a mouthful.
Oh, that's good. So there's 7 main modules, and we call the remaining 5 the bonus modules, right?
That's
So
right. That's right. Yeah.
faculties.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know for a fact that you handpicked the trainers, the faculties. I'm so excited to see the lineup. You will all know who the lineup is if you go to our website. But let's talk about the challenges. So what are the challenges that you faced in establishing this platform, and how are you able to overcome them?
Okay. You know what's the biggest challenge? Because I've chosen really, really successful coaches, speakers, and trainers. They are fully optimized. They are so much in demand that I could really twist them and I say, hey, I really need you to submit your coursework so that I can upload it online, and and have it accessible to the students, right? So that's the biggest challenge.
Mhm.
Good people, awesome people do not sit down and twiddle their thumbs. So they don't have so-called free time, right? So you got to, impress upon them, how important this project is, that they're transforming lives, and make them realize, hey, they got to sit down for a weekend and get their modules done.
Yeah.
So, Cha, actually we are building, that although the academy is for students, okay, but we are actually building two communities. So for the student community, we want them to have all the good learnings as accessible as possible and as economical as possible. Okay, so that's our target for the students. At the same time, the second community that we are building is actually the expert consultants. We call them the lecturers, expert consultants. Okay, we are also building the community because a lot of a lot of good lecturers or coaches out there. They're really good, and they're so passionate about wanting to help people. However, a lot of their things are just kept in there, and therefore they cannot leverage. They got to be the one doing the coaching and so on. So one of the aim I want to do is that help coaches, speakers, and trainers have a better life. So, the word I'm using is how to digitalize your intellectual property. Oh, sounds big, right? So it's basically all you need, all the things that you need here. We want to download it and put it into, self-learning lessons so that people can access it, so that you're not all the time having to teach or coach. People can go online and access your brilliant material and work at it at their own pace. And what happens to you? You can now sit back and then go and focus on other things, right? I've seen so many coaches that just don't have time to even breathe. And that's the conundrum.
That's the
I mean,
hard part.
yeah, there's a conflict, isn't it? The more successful, the more impact you have, the less life you have. Okay. Yeah, and so this is what I want to do for the coaching community, to give them a platform where they can outreach to the whole world, and at the same time, making their life less stress. So that's work less and more.
That's true. So that is the philosophy of work less, earn more. And
Yeah.
I agree. It's the time you spend there will only be temporary, because once it's there, downloaded into a video where they can watch, you can just sit back and spend time with your families, give more time for yourself while you're actually still teaching, because they can just watch the video online, right?
Yeah, I remember, I mean, this is my own story, about 4 years ago, I did a 2-day boot camp. So I did it obviously through Zoom because of the COVID season, and I got everything recorded. Okay, so imagine 2-day boot camp, and after once we're done with the recording, I just pass it on to my assistant, my VA. By the way, her name is Gwen. Pass it on to Gwen, and Gwen just chop things up into small bits, add some worksheets, put an intro and an outro, and that becomes a online program that earns me a 5-figure income continuously without me having to do that. So it's just 2 hours, 2 days of hard work, but using the technology nowadays to turn it into online course. So it's relatively easy to digitalize your intellectual property.
Okay, let's move on to the programs and how it impacts the students' lives. So what can you how do you think the courses can help individual in achieving a better work life? How long do they have to listen into the courses? How much time do they have to spend in the Work Less Earn More Academy, do you think?
It depends. It depends what you want, okay? So if I take one step back, okay, why am I so passionate about helping coaches, okay? I see that my life has been transformed because of the wealth coach I had at the age of 28. So at a young age of 28, I have this coach, and what he shared with me is a book called, Multiple Streams of Income, okay, by Robert G. Allen. He introduced the book to me, and then he set me on a blueprint on how I can, develop business income, internet income, stock market income, property income. So he helped me, have a proper roadmap, and that's why I'm able to achieve, where I am today, in a relatively fast time and smooth time, because there was a blueprint. Okay, right. So this is what we want to do for the students here, to share and help you develop a blueprint. And then if you're interested in property, we've got people who are property experts. If you're a younger age and you want to have a higher risk, high returns, we've got lecturers there or experts there that can teach you about cryptocurrency or even NFTs. Actually NFTs are the fastest earning investment class or asset class right now. Okay, right. So it depends. If you're more conservative, you learn about how to invest in good stocks. We've got lecturers there specializing in the stock market. We've got forex, right there. So we've got all the different lecturers there. So how long is depending on how much you want to learn. Okay, right. And what a
Yeah.
good thing
How
about this is
hungry
that
are you in
yeah,
learning,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
How
But
fast do you
what
want to improve?
right, right. And what I actually encourage, if you're listening in and you intend to be a student, is that, um, you've got basically, so many more years to learn from these people. Don't rush. Okay. So the
Mm.
thing is that they're gonna be there because they're all recorded recorded sessions. You're gonna there, you learn and implement. Learn and implement one thing and then move on to the next and the next. So I suggest that you do it at a pace that is sustainable to you. Okay. It's no point learning 1,001 things and then implementing zero, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's
And
very
that's
true.
what I've been doing, Yeah.
How do we use the system? How do we use the website? So once we are signed up for the course or for the Work
Okay.
Lesson Academy, what's next?
Okay. So in a way, this is a challenge, okay? Because you're gonna go like, can you imagine going to a six-star hotel or go on a cruise and you walk into the buffet room? You've got 1,000 dishes. You've got the Indian, Japanese, Filipino, the meat, the vegetarian, the starters, the desserts, the soups, Japanese, Korean, Thai food, everything is there. And sometimes you just don't know where to start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the key thing now is identify what is your biggest need. Okay. So the first thing is you look at the 12 different masteries and what is your most urgent need. For many people, it's the mindset. You got to get the mindset right. Okay.
Mm.
For some people, it's the time management because if you don't have time, you know, you will not be able to go and benefit from the, let's say, the asset mastery, even if you learn, you have got no time to apply, right? So some people, for some, the time mastery is the most important thing to be able
Mm.
to manage your time and priorities so that you're able to do other things. So right now, if you're a business owner and perhaps you're stuck and you're looking for a way to bring your business to the next level, then business mastery is for you. So the key thing is that out of the 12 masteries, you got to decide which one is your number one priority. Go and work on it first, right?
Okay. And are there levels? So I know there are level ones, level twos. How do we go through that?
Okay. So what we've done is, is get all the, 100 plus lecturers all to do what we call a level one, which is all available. So when you go in, you can see all the 100 courses there. Right now, I think we are slowly uploading. I think
Mm.
we've got about 40 plus, programs already in there, and you choose. So when you go into a program, you choose it, you lock in, and then you can do the lessons, like one a week. So you pace yourself out, right? So right away, you have got access to every single lecturer that's on the Work Lesson More Academy. So that's your access, right? And then all these lecturers, remember, they're specialists. So what is shared with you is I would say the essentials, the most important things that you got to know. But then if you want them to handhold you, if you want to go to the advanced level, of course, not all of them, but most of them we've got I would say a level 2 or an advanced level program that you can subscribe to, okay? Yeah.
I see. So if you find your favorite trainer or expert
Okay.
consultant, you can actually follow through the whole, there's even an advanced level, right? If you want to
Yeah,
learn
that's
more
right.
about
That's right.
that
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
And in fact, some of them, okay, even have what we call a one-to-one coaching or group coaching, which can even subscribe to. Okay, so if you feel that, for example, Cha, you are one of the expert consultants in there, right? So
Mm.
they learn a bit about digital marketing in the level one programs. If they want to go a bit further, they can do it with you. And for those people who really, really want to work with you, you may, organize up a one-to-one or a group coaching class and you can take them to a higher level.
Can you remember as a testimonial? I know you've heard a lot of good things about your experience with the Work Less Earn More, but what's a story that you can share with us in terms of what do you remember that really touched your heart in terms of the impact of the Work Less Earn More Academy?
This is pre the academy, okay? I just want to share about one of the expert consultants. His name is Kang Wei. So Kang Wei specializes in the law of attraction. He teaches people law of attraction, okay? Right. And he's one of my favorite expert consultants in there because he's so generous in his sharing. So he
Mm.
was one of my clients, previously under the Work Less Earn More Academy, Work Less Earn More without the word academy there. So he was my clients. And do you know that in one sitting, okay, I helped him to 4x his income.
Wow.
Okay. And you know how? You know how I did it? So first thing is that all of us have got limiting beliefs. Okay. One of the strong limiting belief, of fear is that we fear that we are not good enough. Okay. So a lot of coaches, speakers, trainers, we go through this thing that we feel you're not good enough. We got Anthony Robbins, T. Half Ecker, J. Abraham, so many gurus out there. Who are we? Okay. So, and we feel that when we are teaching people, sometimes we get something we call an imposter syndrome. Okay. We feel that we are just faking it because there's so many people better than us. Okay. Right. So, Kang Wei, and he's allowed me to share this, had this fear of being not good enough. And what is the result of having the fear of being not good enough? You dare not charge your clients the amount you deserve. Okay. So he was charging people very low, okay, because he was afraid that if you charge them more, they would not want to pay, right? So he was keeping his price low, and he's been doing it for 10 years. Can you imagine that? And 10 years not charging people at the best rates means that you're not having the finances to look after your family. You're not able to achieve your financial wealth, right? So in just one sitting, I helped him overcome that fear, and I gave him one tip: change your fees for your program from Malaysia ringgit to USD, but keep the number the same. So if you're charging people, for example, 500 Malaysian ringgit, charge them 500 USD. And he did that. And guess what? The clients still keep on coming because he was that good. So, earning USD versus ringgit is about 4 times, 5 times more. And with that, and by establishing the price range, what happens is that he then is able to get into international market, okay, and then he gets now speaking gigs all around the world, okay, right.
That's great. And it also gives you that push, right? Now that you're earning more, you're more excited to do things
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
you feel like, okay, I'm underpaid and I'm working hard, I'm tired. But with this new motivation, it gives you a little bit more excitement to do more things, more trainings, right? Because
Yeah,
you get compensated more. That's
yeah.
good. That's a good tip, actually. It's a free tip for those who are live here or listening
Yeah,
in our recording. So that's
yeah.
good. Okay, so what strategies do you use to foster community among the peers? I know we're all from different countries across the globe, right? How do you now foster the relationship between the expert consultants?
Okay, so basically, we are using a particular platform to host all the learnings. And in about next week, okay, we're gonna release a community platform where within our, what do you call that? LMS, Learning Management System, there's also a place where the expert consultants and the lecturers can communicate each other, share stories. And already right now, among expert consultants, as we meet each other during our monthly get-togethers, we've got people reaching out to each other. So yesterday, I already heard that, Dewi, our expert about bringing halal products globally, and talk to Dr. Aziza about bringing business to the global market. The two of them met, had a meeting, and they sent me a message saying that, hey, they've just joint ventured, and they're starting a program to bring the businesses to a lot of the Islamic countries. Okay, so this is one example. Suddenly, when you click with the right-minded people, opportunities happen. I know one of the trainer is talking to one of the expert consultants from Southeast Asia, is talking to one of the expert consultants from the Middle East, and they are talking about doing joint venture projects to run programs because they run similar things. But again,
Right.
each of them with their own niche. Yeah. So these are all the opportunities there, opportunities, and it is building this trust. So the expert consultants, is having this mindset of that, we are here as a community to help each other, and we've got high level of trust, right? So this is it, and from June onwards, we're going to be organizing master classes. So where the expert consultant each will have a chance to showcase, what they're good at, and also for the students to be able to ask them questions. So this is the unique thing about the Work Lesson More Academy. All the lecturers, all the coaches, speakers, trainers here are very down-to-earth people. And we've got ways to access, for you to be able to access them, okay, and to ask them questions. Sometimes you get programs where they bring the superstars. The thing about the superstars is you can learn from them, but it's one direction. You only listen to them, you've got no way to access them. So we want to make sure that the Workless Academy has got a two-way direction that students can engage with the expert consultants.
That's
Yeah.
good. I'm excited. And this is just the first session. There's going to be a lot more other expert consultants. We'll see them also in our show. They're going to talk about their specialization and how they can help the students focus more on working less and earning more. So,
Absolutely.
in the near future, okay, what can we expect for Work Less, Earn More Academy in the next 30 days?
Okay, so the key thing is this, okay? This is not like a Udemy, like a learning platform where you just buy programs, okay? So this is a community. So right now, when you first come in as a student, okay, you get to have all these learning portals. But coming in the next month, in middle of June, right? We're gonna have our very first master class. So we're gonna have one expert consultant, and I think he's gonna talk about AI, artificial intelligence, and business automation. He's gonna come, he's gonna share his expertise for about an hour, and then you got 90 minutes to ask him all the questions you want, okay, right? So this will be the more interactive elements. And as the community develops, we want you to be able, even as students, to have what I would call business matching opportunities. We are from all over the world, and we can have opportunities for you to meet, have virtual gatherings. Yeah.
Mhm.
And from the virtual gatherings, you build the trust, build the relationships, and then you can start exploring opportunities together. So it's more than learning. It's a community where we can support each other, help each other, inspire each other, and help each other work less and more to achieve time and financial freedom.
That's great. And I love the fact that because it's global, everyone's just an arm's reach away because
That's
we're all
right.
just online. But the thing about it's not easy to do on your own because you always want someone to vouch for the other person, right? It's hard to trust just someone you tap globally and you just introduce yourself. Here in the Work Less Earn More Academy, we're all working together with the same goal, right? We're all working in terms
Right.
of there's a certain level of trust and a certain level of our expertise that we want to share, right? So we're really going beyond our whys here. Why are we here? Why are we doing this? And I think even the busiest of people, if we really realize why they're doing this or why we are doing this, you can spend a little bit more time and just sit down and do your trainings, put them all in recording so that you'll have more free time in the future.
That's
All
right.
right. So, okay, let's talk about enrollment. If I am interested to to be in the platform, if someone wants to enroll, what would be the steps to take? Where can they go? Walk us through that.
I'll tell you what, when we finish this, okay, I'm gonna flash out a link, okay, a registration link. You can just click on the link and then you can go and register. That'll be the easiest. Or if there's a friend who referred you to come and watch this live, this Facebook Live, okay, right? Then get back to them and ask them for their link, okay? Usually it's an expert consultant. They have all got their own links, and then go sign up, with them to be their student. And remember, if you're a student under one expert consultant, it also allows you to learn from the other 99 consultants. So this is a very, inclusive, very broad platform that you can learn from. Yeah.
All right. And how about expert consultants or trainers? Is there a way for them to reach out to you and be part of the expert consultants?
Oh, definitely yes. Okay. Down there, we're also gonna flash out an email address called info@workless-enmo.com. Okay. So that's our, email address. Just send us an email and say, hey, YP and team, I'm interested to become expert consultants. And then we'll just reach out to you and you'll get basically your LinkedIn profile. We get you to fill the form and we'll do an interview. Yeah. So we are very selective to make sure that we get the right people into the team, and into the expert consultants team, I mean. Right.
That's great. Okay, so any message to those who are watching our Facebook Live on about the whole program Work Less Earn More?
Okay, before I share about, the message, I just want to share one thing, okay? It's my belief, okay, and the belief of all the expert consultants who's on this platform is that the purpose of a business is to do good for humanity. Okay, we want to, of course, we want to be able to feed our family, but beyond that, we want to be able to help, the needy, the poor, the underprivileged, and so on. So, the Work Less and More Academy is just the starting point, but the end point is that we are forming a Work Less and More Foundation. A certain percentage of the earnings, I mean, if you're a student, you register, a certain percentage of your fees will go to the Work Less and More Foundation. And this foundation is going to be doing good all around the world, not limited to any countries, children who needs better education, communities that need, a well, a road, healthcare, all these type of projects will be funded by the Work As and More Foundation. So we are a academy with a purpose for doing good, for society. Okay. And this resonates with a lot of people. Yep. So that's the what do you call it? One of the motivations, one of the prime motivations behind the Work Less and More Academy, right? And my message is this, okay? Many people always wish for opportunities. But the challenge is this, when the opportunity appears, are you ready for it? Do you have time to grab the opportunity? Do you have the financial skills to understand the opportunity? Do you have the financial resources to invest in the opportunity? And do you know what the next steps to do? And so far, in all these, 30 odd years of me helping people, I know that 90% of people do not have that. Okay. So I encourage you, if you are somebody who wants to become a bigger, better, stronger version of yourself, you want to get ahead in life, if you want to achieve time and financial freedom, come and be part of the Work Less and More Academy. Go and increase your knowledge here and your skill sets, your mindset skill sets, and then you'll be ready to take advantage of all the opportunities that come your way. Does it?
Thank you so much. I think we have
My pleasure.
that's just about the time we have for today. Thank you so much, YP, for sharing such insightful information about the Work Less Earn More Academy. So to everyone watching, you can visit our site. We will flash it on the screen. Please visit the Work Less Earn More Academy to learn more and join our thriving community. Don't forget to also follow us on social media. We'll post our social media pages on the screens later on. So any last words from you, YP?
Work less, earn more.
All right. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next
All the
episode.
best.